Now you have people like Elon Musk doing Yatzee salutes, and you have Elon simps defending him. It's a Roman salute. That's what I heard. It's a Roman salute. Yeah? Who made it famous? Was it the Romans? Also, go ahead. Do it. I want you to do it at work. I want you to do it at home. I want you to, not at home. I want you to do it out in public. Do that salute in public. Do that gesture in public. And tell me how it goes. Because I think that if you did it in Germany, you'd get arrested. And the fact that we are even having this discussion is insane to me. It's insane to me that they think that they're going to gaslight us into thinking that he was not doing a Yatzee salute. We are living in wild times, ladies and gentlemen. There's going to be, and I've seen this from some leftists. This is why I'm saying it. I expect it from right-wing people. I expect the misinformation and the bad information from a lot of the MAGA right-wingers. But I've seen a lot of left-wingers posting things that are just flat-out not true. So there's a ton of real, actual scary stuff that the right wing is doing, like birthright citizenships. One of the executive orders that Cheeto Mussolini decided to sign yesterday include birthright citizenship, which means that if your parents were not born here, if your status, regardless of your regardless of your parents' status, if you were born here, you're an American. And that's been the case for over 100 years at this point. But now he wants to end that. Why does he want to end that? It's a racist thing. They don't want anchor babies. Technically, I'm an anchor baby. I never thought that we were going to get Roe v. Wade overturned. So I'm not going to say that I don't think that we won't lose our birthright citizenships because of this guy. It's insane to me. If you made under $500,000, if you are a woman, if you are a minority, if you are a marginalized group in any way, shape, or form, and you voted for this man, you voted against your interests. You played yourself. Don't know what to tell you. The norovirus. That is the newest installation. These things are dropping like, I don't know, Drake singles, I think. I don't know. Dropping like they are the hottest new song. Like they are DJ Khaled. Another one. This one was ravaging around New Year's Eve.
This morning, a holiday health warning as cases of the norovirus surge.
Norovirus decided to be our last little Christmas gift.
New data from the CDC shows an increase in outbreaks, with 91 reported in the first week of December across 14 states, more than double the number for the same week over the past 3 years.
Is there any reason why we're seeing this rise?
Gathering together, especially this time of the year, and all the traveling we're doing, that's causing the increases.
The highly contagious virus, commonly referred to as the stomach flu, can cause days of vomiting, gastrointestinal problems, and fever.
I promise you, you do not want this.
The recent rise comes as multiple states reported new infections in December. In Minnesota, health officials say the number of outbreaks are twice what they usually see. California officials also investigating an outbreak involving 80 people who became ill after eating raw oysters at a Los Angeles food festival. And on 3 different cruise ships operated by Holland America and Princess Cruises, more than 300 passengers contracted the virus. Norovirus can be spread through direct contact with an infected person, touching contaminated surfaces, or eating contaminated food.
If you have been sick with this, I'm sending you all my love because it's no joke.
Now, with millions expected to gather for New Year's Eve celebrations, health experts say it's important to take precautions. Wash produce thoroughly, don't share utensils, and don't rely on hand sanitizer.
You know, we all have this around the house, the hand sanitizer. This does not work very well for norovirus. You need to wash your hands that 20 seconds we always talk about.
Dr. Torres went on to say that if you are not feeling well, the best thing you can do for others tonight is to essentially just stay home. And one thing about this virus, it can stay in your system for up to 2 weeks. So even if you're staying and feeling better, you can still be contagious. So make sure you monitor those symptoms if you are feeling sick.
This is just going to keep going. This is not going to stop. We have another 4 years of the administration that was denying the coronavirus, then denying all kinds of stuff, saying things without any proof, becoming bigots and racists because of this virus that came out of the Wuhan Institute of Virology. And look, it looks like we are in for, between RFK being the health secretary, Pete Hegseth, he is our defense secretary. This is a cartoon. I know that it is a tired example, but this is idiocracy. I hate it here. So be careful, take your meds, and hold on tight, because the next 4 years are going to be rough. Rough if you believe in science, rough if you believe in equality, rough if you are a marginalized group. Hell, rough if you were even born here, but your lineage doesn't go far enough. How rich is that? Pumpkin Spice Palpatine is wanting to end birthright citizenships. This is out of BBC News.
And that's what's happened today in Seattle. So the first legal challenge to Donald Trump's attempts to end birthright citizenship. The judge who sat on this case, brought by 4 states, said it was a blatant, flagrant breach of the Constitution, Amendment 14.
Well, yeah, I almost think that flagrant might actually be the right word because it's that bad, that egregious. I think that's the point that Trump is really. I think a good question if you're trying to understand Donald Trump's behavior is what does he think he can get away with, and he's trying to get away with as much as he can, and I think that Trump is taking a interesting new approach to the Constitution, which is to say, I decide what it says.
Can I put it? I think we've got it on the screen. Let's just put it up. It says, all persons born or naturalized in the United States and subject to the jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States and of the state wherein they reside. No state shall make or enforce any law which will abridge those privileges or immunities of citizens in the United States. It is a blatant overriding of the Constitution.
It has always widely been considered as such. However, here's the tricky part. It's that language in the middle, and subject to the jurisdiction thereof. The executive order is going to say that only covers a person born here if at least one parent is a legal resident or citizen. And believe it or not, even though this has been around since 1865, the Supreme Court has never actually ruled on the depth and the breadth of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment. Now, clearly, Donald Trump, he knew his executive order was going to be stayed. He is playing for a fight here.
So he's going all the way.
But why is he playing for a fight?
Can I actually add something to that? Because as far as I know, this executive order is interesting. They could have gone slightly smaller, still totally unconstitutional, but they could have tried and said, we will only say if both parents are unauthorized immigrants, then their kids aren't a citizen. Instead, they actually covered people who are here with legal authorization. The argument that we say, I'm not a lawyer, but I'm a human. The idea, and I speak the language, the idea that we say, if you come here, we've authorized you to come here, you're under our jurisdiction, and also you're not under our jurisdiction by the Constitution. It doesn't take a lot of imagination to see why that's a little ridiculous.
Yeah. If this birthright citizenship, I might be a person that gets kicked out, even though I was born in arguably the most American state, Massachusetts, and I would still possibly subject to be kicked out.
And I think it's an example of how far they're trying to go. This is not just about undocumented immigrants or unauthorized.
That's the other thing. What he's saying is very true. He is overestimating so that when they get pushback, they can seem like they've made concessions, when in reality, they weren't trying to. Now, if they got it, they would, just like with Roe v. Wade, they would be like, oh my God, what's going to happen? Because the practicality of only illegal immigrants out is going to hurt economically. I do believe that we should be paying more money to the people that are picking our fruits and veggies, and to the people that are doing all of the labor. It's not for any other reason than they are people too. Not only are they people, they are doing the work. And I don't care whether you have a year-round tan or you have a melanin deficiency. If you work a 40-hour week in these United States of America, you should not be housing insecure. You should not be You should just not have to worry about where your next meal is going to come from if you're spending 40 hours working for a company paying poverty wages while they are getting record profits. And that's true in all sectors. And one of the ways that they do it when it comes to blue collar work is they bring in immigrants illegally from other countries, Central and South America mainly. Now, the other thing that's happening is the H-1B visas. Now, the H-1B visas are a little different. By some people's standards, the immigrants that come in through H-1B visas, which are the visas that allow people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos to hire engineers from other countries at wages that American people would never agree to. And so they're like, okay, we'll just find other people that are highly skilled, and we're going to underpay them and hold citizenship over their heads. And I know people in my own family who love the H-1B visa stuff because they benefit from it. They're able to pull immigrants from other countries and underpay them. There's the argument of the immigrants that commit crimes. Look, if you're a violent criminal, you should go to jail, regardless of where you're from. You should go to jail. If you're a violent criminal, you should go to jail. That's just, yeah, duh. That's on the very short list of things that cops are actually supposed to be doing. The birthright citizenship thing it's asking for 15,000 when you really would take it at 10,000. That's what's happening here.